All right, I'm John Shrek McPhee, the Sheriff of Baghdad. This is Booze and Views. Views, hear me out. So look, drinking out of a Savage glass here, a little bit of borrowed. I like how it's so used it won't even come clean. It's like kind of cloudy. Makes it look like you're drinking out of a dirty glass. Okay. I'm drinking some Southern Louisiana homemade whiskey given me by a guy in class this weekend. Made by a really old guy, I hear. Great backstory. I don't remember it because I was already drinking, but it was amazing. So, all right, look at that. It's really good taste. Somehow finished with cherries, Woo! Leaded, my favorite. All right, so you know where the world is. I ain't gotta tell you the news. It's all you see, right? The reason I'm talking about views tonight is anything with the starts with an N, ends in ooze. It just gets limited. You won't see it. I won't see it. So I'm not going to talk about ooze with an N, right? I'm going to talk about my views on booze, right? All right. So now that all the censors are gone, what's up, people? Just got back from classes, enjoying a glass of booze, and then look, you already know what's going on. Sleepy Joe, still Sleepy Joe, right? The world's still where it was, same place last time I did this. However, they wouldn't show it to you, and I can't put it up anywhere because of censorship. So I'm taking the, word that starts with an N, ends in ooze, taking that out of the equation, so maybe it won't get sponsored, and we're just going to talk about booze. And I'll tell you, I think the United States has a denial problem, and that's where we are right now. We got a denial problem. And what do I mean by that? We're in denial of these very rich elite pedophiles. We're in denial about human trafficking. We're in denial, right? You're not going to see nothing on the news about it. You're not going to hear nothing about it. You're not going to see nothing about it, right? Because we're in denial about this, and it's kind of crazy, right? So the next thing we're in denial about is politicians and the amount of money they make. I mean, think about this. If I was in the Army, making just Army soldier salary, and I showed up with a new car or bought a million or multi-million-dollar house, and everybody knows your salary, I'd have had people going through my finances, through my house, everything, deep diving everything I did. Where's this money coming from? However, a politician, they only make maybe $200,000 a year, yet they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars over their years, right? This is a denial problem. We're in denial, right? Where are they getting all this money? How are they getting this money, right? We're in denial of all this. We've been for a while, right? The next thing I think we're in denial of is voter fraud, election fraud, right? There's been 1,100 cases over the past 10 years, 1,100 cases, right? It happens. I mean, the machines that were in this election were the same machines Obama used in 2012, right? And then look at the percentages. Biden got about 20% more votes, my opinion, right, than Obama ever did. People loved Obama. No one likes Joe, right? But think about this, 20% more. So 20% more people went to the polls. But think about this, the average voter registration or voter turnout in a state's 70%. So, let's assume, right, if the voter turnout 70%, that means 90% of the people came out to vote. So Biden could get all those votes. Several cases, it's all you see. And I'll tell you, the news will suppress it. The denial is the news. The news is also in denial, and the media and social media is in denial because they can't handle the fact that the majority of the people out there don't go along with their bullshit, right? I believe that COVID, although people can get sick and die, that's legit, right? You can't quarantine the healthy to help everybody. Right? You can't shut down this country, right? And I think the globalists know this, and they're playing the corona politics game, shutting stuff down to weaken our economy so they can crush us financially, right? You can only print money for so long before it's worthless, right? Fiat money, the dollar bill, right? The only thing that makes it important is if you make your own, you'll go to jail by prison standards. But the truth is, what if it was worthless in the world? What if no one trusted the dollar because of what we see now? We're in denial. I've been watching, I've been digging deep in a lot of these news articles. All the time I'm digging, clicking these links, deeper, different search engines. Look in your 1 minute on Google, you won't see any of this. Google ain't putting it up, right? We're in denial that big tech is running this country. Big tech owns our politicians. Right? Because they can turn off your message in a heartbeat like you never existed, right? I've been saying this all along. It's the modern book building, right? So, I'm going to take a drink. Oh, so good. That cherry flavor almost has a port cask cherry flavor. Anyway, this country's got a denial problem. And I would tell you, if you're out there listening, right, this probably won't go up because they probably won't let it go up for me. But if you're out there listening, big tech is the problem. The media is the problem. And it's all denial. They're denying you your rights. I mean, think about this. What if this election cycle, 60% of everyone in the country or more voted for Trump? We're not the minority like everyone tells you are. They're censoring almost everybody. How long is it going to last? When are we going to wake up? When are we not going to put up with this anymore? It's crazy. It's a crazy world, right? We live in denial every day. And I got to be honest, I think people like denial. You know what I mean? You don't have to dig into the real issues. You don't have to be the bad guy, And I'd also say this. Here's my final note. Let me take a drink. If a country was going to put out disinformation about our country, any country, name it, China, Russia, whatever, right? What I would do is I would push identity politics, because in Russia or China, there's no identity. It's a nation, and they're coming after you, and they're united. So while we're tearing each other down because a guy looked at me funny or something, those guys, man, they're just picking up their propaganda. They're playing along with it. And guess who's with our enemies right now? Big tech. They're against you and me. Probably won't even put this up. You ain't seen one lately because they won't let me put it up. And if you're watching this on Facebook, you should be lucky because I think out of all the ones I did, only like a couple went up. So this is great booze. Oh, I think the censors are back. This is my view on this booze and views. My view is this is good booze. Southern Louisiana cherry finished whiskey. It's delicious. I'm John Shrek McPhee, the Sheriff of Baghdad. This is my opinion. It's probably wrong. And remember, this isn't the view of this whiskey you need. This is the view you deserve. I'll see you guys later.